Joining me is Rowan Dean, Editor-in-Chief of The Spectator Australia, host of Outsiders every Sunday at 9 a.m. and host of his own show at Fridays at 7 p.m. Rowan, this is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with. That's criticism of an English Prime Minister that is so devastating it's all over the British papers. What do you make of this?
Well, not surprising, is it, Andrew? I mean, it is the ultimate insult. Not Winston Churchill. He could easily have said not Maggie Thatcher. He could probably have said a few others.
Yes.
Probably applies to several British Prime Ministers of recent years. But Keir Starmer is definitely the absolute worst, weakest, most pathetic Prime Minister that the UK has ever had. His background is a human rights lawyer, which basically says it all. But what we have here is the absolute example of where wokeness has destroyed the West. And the whole issue around Diego Garcia and the Chagos Islands is what happens when you let the woke brigade get their way. Diego Garcia is regarded as the unsinkable aircraft carrier for where it is positioned for US and UK forces. It gives them extraordinary strategic advantage, equidistant between the Middle East, Asia, and so on. So it's been invaluable in all the previous incursions into the Middle East that certainly the Americans have had to fight or chose to fight. And what happened was basically the International Court of Justice, the same mob or similar to the same mob of people who were running around trying to put Benjamin Netanyahu in jail and all sorts of other things. This woke brigade decided that they had to decolonize Diego Garcia and the Chagos Islands, take it away from Britain. It's been with Britain since the Napoleonic Wars. Prior to that, it was a French leper colony. I think the British probably made more use of it than maybe the French did. Before that, it was a Spanish Portuguese colony going way back to the 1500s. So it has been colonized for 500 years or so. You may as well start trying to decolonize the Islamic world, for instance, or decolonize parts of where China has moved. But no, the woke brigade decided we're going to decolonize Chagos and the Diego Garcia, give it to Mauritius, as you said, which is nowhere near the place and has never had it. And this is all done to satisfy the woke human rights judges. And of course, Keir Starmer is an ex-human rights judge. So he gave the whole thing away. Not only that, he then offered to lease it back for billions of dollars from Mauritius, who couldn't believe their luck. They said, yeah, great, okay, we'll take it. And yeah, sure, you can lease it back for billions of dollars. Donald Trump, much to my astonishment, Andrew, right at the beginning of his second term, kind of went, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. Sounds like you got a good lease stitched up, 140-year lease. Presumably, he was basically told by the Brits that, don't worry, it's all perfectly safe, nothing, what could possibly go wrong? And then he realized soon afterwards that with Keir Starmer in control, anything and everything can possibly go wrong. And Andrew, it's an absolute tragedy.
Well, the first test, Rowan. Absolutely. The first test that's gone wrong with this war, he can't even land his planes there. I mean, really, I just can't believe it. I don't know that this deal's going to go through after this.